said wait. Now we're live and we're ready for the six-pack. I know what you're thinking. It ain't Monday. Those guys need a calendar. We don't need a calendar. We know it's not Monday because and we know that it's not Monday. Yeah. But anyway, we're going to do the six-pack and we're going to change it up a little bit, flip it up, flippity-dippity it a little bit. I know what you're thinking.
I knew that was coming too.
I know what you're thinking. You guys always say that. You always say you're going to do something new when you have no ideas. And you would be correct. We always seem to do something different when we have no idea what to do. So with the preseason coming, well, not coming up. It already started, but it's the beginning of the preseason. Like it started, but it's not like deep into the. Anyway, we're gonna do our top 6 favorite NFL teams, not including our favorite. So I cannot pick the Colts, and DJ cannot pick the Ravens. So it made it a little bit harder. But I think we got good lists. I mean, at least I do. Mine's the best. I'm just saying. But I do have one honorable mention. The only reason it's not on the list is because it is no longer, unfortunately, a team. But my honorable mention is not the Baltimore Colts. I tried to get in there, and I was like, well, maybe if I did this. No, it's not. Honorable mention is the Houston Oilers. So much better than the Titans ever. Please bring them back. Please. Can we bring them back, please? Because, I mean, oh, God. Oh, the Titans. But yeah, any honorable mentions at all?
Okay. I'm gonna change it a little bit because I have my list, but I just thought about another team. My honorable mention is the Cleveland Browns. The reason they didn't make my list because they're in my division and I have to cheer against them, but they're such like a team that you have to show pity on, right? We all have that team in our division that's just really bad, the Titans, and every once in a while you're just like, I just need to cheer for them tonight. Like just once, just one time, and the Browns are that to me. Like the Browns are that rivalry team that I don't hate. I hate the Bengals. I hate the Steelers. I hate the Steelers. I hate the logo. I hate everything about them. I hate the Bengals, hate the Steelers, but I don't hate the Browns. I could even cheer for the Browns. Now, if the Browns beat us, I'll go cry in the corner because it's pretty just pitiful. But my number 6 honorable mention. Wait, my honorable mention that was almost my number 6. There we go. Is the Browns.
So what's your number 6 honorable? How many honorable mentions you got? Anyway, so jumping right into the countdown. I'm not. I don't care about divisions. I don't care. If I kind of like a team, I'm gonna add it in there. I am a little bit, ashamed of some of my picks, but I'm gonna take them with pride. So my number 6 is the oh man, and I talk so much crap on these guys during the season. I really do, and I can't. I gotta go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I really do. They're one team that they suck, but I would love to see them one Super Bowl, just one. They don't have to win. They could do the Peyton Manning fumble in the first play and just be completely blown out. If they made it to one Super Bowl, I would be happy. Just to see them, make it. But then I'm one that kind of wants to see everybody at least get one, Super Bowl chance, just because.
Even the Patriots? Like, let's just say they went a long time without having one, hypothetically speaking.
Maybe in 30 years. In 30 years, they can make a playoff again. And then, 5 years later, they can maybe make it to the AFC Championship, and then like 10 years later, they can make it to the Super Bowl, but not win. They can't win yet. Like 20 years after that, they can win one. Yeah, yeah. I hate the Patriots. I hate them. I hate them so much. I hate them. But anyway, number 6 for DJ. I hate him.
It's funny. My number 6 is also the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know why. I just love the Jacksonville Jaguars as a team. They're bad. They are. They're really bad. But every time, like when I play Madden and I want to use like a bad team that I think I can actually do something with, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I like the teal jerseys. I like the older teal jerseys than these teal jerseys, but I like the teal jerseys. I just there's something about the Jaguars that I just really like. I know they've not more so recently, but a while there they were the worst team in the league, but they had a top 10 defense, and I was like, how you do that? How you do that though? My boy, Paul Posluszny, one of my favorite linebackers in the league right now that no one probably knows about because he plays for the Jaguars. But he's really good. I love the man. Like there was a time I could probably name all their players. I can't do it anymore because I didn't play Madden this year because I was trash. But it's got to be Jacksonville, man.
Yeah, man, I do like their old like their first jerseys, their first uniforms. I thought they were pretty cool, and then they tried to do more recently the fade thing, and no. On paper, it was a cool idea, and it looks stupid. Stop it. Go back to what you had before. Anyway, number 5 for me is the Buffalo Bills. This is a team that used to be really good. Early mid 90s, I think they made like 3 Super Bowls. I want to say 2 or 3 Super Bowls. And then since then, though they going, it's just it's kind of like the Sixers, we in the it's a 15-year rebuilding process that
Why you gotta bring the Sixers in this though? Like why you gotta do that? That's a fragile point in my life.
it's okay.
I almost put them on my list because I almost put them on my list, but then I'd have to also put the Jets on my list. Spoiler: the Jets are not on my list. I would also have to put the Jets on my list. And the only reason I like the Jets and I kind of like the Bills is because of Rex Ryan. I just like Rex Ryan a lot for some reason. But my number 5 is the Washington racially slurred Auras, the Redskins. I just recently like this is more so a recent thing for me. I haven't always liked the Auras, haven't always liked the Redskins, but since Kirk Cousins is there and I'm a Michigan State fan, I feel like there's a little bit of me that has to like him. I have to. It's a must. Wherever Connor Cook went, I gotta go with him too. But yeah, I like him more now, especially because they were actually pretty decent last year. So that made me like him a little bit more. And screw the Cowboys. That's a big thing. Like screw the Cowboys. They're trash. They suck. Overrated. But yeah, I've liked the Redskins for these recent last stretch of years because I liked RG3. I still like RG3. Actually pulling for him a little bit this year, and I love Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is gonna always be my boy, always.
All right. So number 4. This is gonna be a little bit of a sore pick because somebody isn't gonna like it because he be hating. But I'm gonna go with the Cincinnati Bengals. They better than the Ravens. Let's just put that out there. They better than the Ravens. I think they always.
How you like a team that can't win a playoff game? Like, explain this to me. Like, how do you even continue your allegiance after all? Like, Continue. Like I just can't with the.
That's intentional. They don't want you to think that they're as good as they are. They intentionally lose that game so that when you go into that game, you kind of underestimate them. So they gonna come and they're gonna be like, yeah, what? And they go, yeah, yeah, that's yeah.
Oh goodness. What a pick. Anyway, number 4 for me is the Carolina Panthers. First off, similar to the Washington Redskins, they're both close to me. They're the closest 2 teams to me, to my home location. So I'm you kind of root for the people that's close to you, kind of depending on who it is.
I don't.
Depending on who it is. So. So I mean, the Panthers are just. I've always kind of like had a good feeling about the Panthers, not necessarily the Redskins. But I also I love Cam Newton. I've loved him since college. When he was at Auburn and he beat Alabama, that was amazing. And now he's in the NFL doing his thing. Took a lot of criticism early on, and I'm still riding with him. I wish they would have won that Super Bowl. But then again, I want to pay Manning to win it, so I was kind of like, I don't know. But yeah, like the Panthers, they're close to me, like in like location, but also, I just really like the team.
All right. So number 3 on my list is going to be Tampa Bay. I just love Tampa Bay. I feel like every year I kind of secretly root for them, hoping they play well and really hoping they have a good team, and they consistently let me down. But one of these years, they're not going to be as trash as they usually are. Yeah.
Jameis Winston and the crab legs. He got them. They're in good hands.
No, they ain't. No, they.
No. They're in capable hands.
No, they're not. No. I mean, no. I'm gonna be an optimist though. I'm gonna be like, he gonna turn them around, but no.
I mean, they did almost make the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
they were like right on the bubble. So
almost, and then what happened? They didn't, like usual. They did.
But that was better than usual though. Like they went from getting the number 2 pick to almost making the playoffs. That's not a bad, not a bad next year.
It's still not what I wanted. I wanted at least the first playoff game, like at least.
All right, I'm just gonna keep it in the order I have it, because I know my number 1. My number 1 is a definite. But my number 2 and 3, like they kind of, they're kind of back and forth a little bit. So my number 3 is the Chicago Bears. For some reason, always liked the Chicago Bears from the times of Brian Urlacher and freaking Rex Grossman, to the times of Jay Cutler, man. I love Jay Cutler. I still love Jay Cutler. He gets all the criticism in the world, and I still love him. I love Jay Cutler. I've always liked them. They've been a very defensive-oriented team throughout their history, which I always like. But too, they have like glimpses of offensive greatness at times, and I want them to come back to being good again, because they haven't been. Because like every time they play the Packers, I cheer for the Bears. Every single time. If you've seen picks from me on this channel, you probably know I probably pick the Bears, and then I come back the next week and I'm like, I shouldn't have picked the Bears. So I'm hoping they can get back to what they used to be, because I like cheering for the Bears over the Packers every single time.
The Bears. Anyway, moving on. Number 2. I mean, when you look in history, there's some teams that just got that history, and they got they make you feel some type of way. And when you be drinking that Ratorade, so many good players have drank the Ratorade. Jerry Rice. I mean, if the great Jerry Rice.
What about Randy Moss while he was there? I'm just saying.
I mean, a lot of people be drinking Gatorade, but like, listen, Oakland, they gonna get back there again too. The black hole. Yeah, they probably not, but I still love them. Okay, I don't care. There's a lot of teams that we love that we know are probably never gonna make it back to where they used to be in a day. But I mean, if I could go back to like the 80s, then they would be good again. The 70s, 80s, yeah. That they was good, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, my number 2
sucks.
Is the you actually might like this one. My number 2 is the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
Okay. My dad's a Dolphins fan, so like I don't like the Dolphins like all the time, but especially like when I wanted to win a division, like I picked them to do the last 2 years and I haven't done it. Because I don't like the Patriots. I want them to be good again. I want to make the Dolphins great again. Where's Bob Backlund? That's who needs to be the new coach. But I just feel like the Dolphins always have so much potential to be good, but they just never are. Like they start out pretty decently and then they just fall off. I like Ryan Tannehill as well. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks right now. But no one believes in him, and I'm like, come on, Ryan, you got this, baby. Do your thing, bruh. Even though he can't hear me, so it doesn't matter. Like what I say, it really doesn't. But I don't know. I've always liked the Dolphins a little bit. At least because my dad liked them. So there's kind of that like my dad likes them, so I at least kind of like them.
So we're finally to the number 1 pick, a number 1 team besides our number 1 team. So like our number 2 team, but on this list, our number 1 team, yeah. And I feel like we've heard this team on the list before, maybe one time. I seem to remember hearing them from DJ a while back. A while back in the list, they was back there. I'm gonna go with the Miami Dolphins. My mom also was a Dolphins fan growing up. I never really liked them as a kid, but as I've gotten older, every season, every game that they play in that isn't, against a team that I like, yeah. I tend to root for them. Even though I know they're not going to be as good as they used to be. But I mean, they have such.
Would you say they're not going to be as good as we thought they were?
Yeah. But I mean, they are the only team, and yes, this was back in like the 70s. But like, they are the only team that's gone undefeated. Come on, can we not get back to that? Come on.
I mean, your favorite team, the Patriots, almost did it.
Yeah, you just go ahead with your number 1. Okay.
All right. My number 1.
No, sorry.
My number 1 is probably better than yours. My number 1 is the Houston Texans.
Why?
Because I've liked the Houston Texans. I don't even know. It's been over the past little bit because I like Arian Foster, even though it's not there anymore. I liked Matt Schaub when he was there. When I first started liking him, Matt Schaub was there. Arian Foster was there. Andre Johnson. I always thought he was better than Calvin Johnson. That's how much I liked him. Andre Johnson was there. Freaking, they had, and they still do, Brian Cushing. Brooks Reed was another one I liked a lot. I think they had Connor Barwin too, who was a freaking monster. But man, I've always just really been into the Texans. I always thought they were the best team from Texas. And over their history, they probably have been. They've only been around for like 15 years or something. So like over their history, they probably are. But yeah, I just always like the Texans. I'm not sure about them this year. They got Big Brock, not Lesnar, but Brock Osweiler.
Brock Lesnar playing on the what?
He's going back to the NFL, guys. That's what he's doing. He's going back to the NFL. But they got Brock Osweiler this year. They don't have Arian Foster. That scares me a little bit. As far as like how they're gonna do. But they still got some good young receivers. DeAndre Hopkins is a good guy. So I'm excited for him. I think they're gonna win the division. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah. DJ likes teams that have really good players that seem to still not be able to make it anywhere positive. Yeah.
Who won that division though last year? I'm just wondering. Who was right though? Like I might not have been right about the Dolphins. But who was right about the Texans? I said they was gonna come back and win the division. What'd they do?
Okay, but then what they do after that? What did they?
They played more playoff games than the Colts did.
Yeah, but how many though? How many did they play? How many did they?
They was robbed. They was robbed.
No, but how many did they play though? How many Super Bowl rings they got though?
But they ain't been around for nearly as long as the Colts have. The Colts been around for like 80 years.
Yeah, but if they so good, how many Super Bowl rings they got? How many?
How many do the Colts have in their history, as far as Indianapolis is concerned?
That don't matter.
No, I'm just wondering. Is it two?
They got two. Yeah, that's more than Texans got. Yeah.
I mean, but they only been around. But anyway, I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Let that be, I guess.
I mean, you could have picked the Lions, who arguably had like the best receiver and still couldn't do shit. But it's cool.
That part is, I do like the Lions are a team like I would cheer for too. I like Matt Stafford, I do, but they're just bad. And the bad part is this year they don't even have Calvin Johnson, so they're gonna cry. Like it's gonna be bad.
That's one thing I always loved about the Lions. They always had Calvin Johnson, and he's so good, but they still were so bad. But anyway,
it was funny because it wasn't like they weren't doing anything on offense, because he was moving the ball. Like he was breaking records, and they're still not going anywhere.
How is this possible? How? But anyway, that is our top 6 favorite teams in the NFLs. I was gonna cheat and be like,
while we on this though, while we talking about our favorite teams.
Oh, okay.
I want to add in the BC Lions from the CFL. No, I'm just playing. I think this would be a good opportunity for us to explain why we like the teams we like now, as far as like our actual favorite team.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, why do you like?
Honestly, I'll be honest. I was playing NFL 2K5, because I was into football when I was younger. When I was really young, because I was like, the ball's too small, I can't follow it. Like literally, this is my thought process. The ball's too small, I can't follow it. I don't want to watch this anymore. So I didn't watch football. And then around about 2000, it was probably about 2006, 2005, 2006, something like that. I started, messing around with the game a little bit, and I was like, the Steelers have cool colors. I'm not even joking. I was like, the Steelers have some cool colors. I want to play with them. So, and it might have actually been before this, but I started watching the Steelers on TV, and this was around the time when the Steelers were absolute garbage. So I was like, this team sucks. I'm picking another team. I just happened to fall on the Ravens. I don't even know how I did it. I just happened to fall on the Ravens, and then when I really started watching, they had just drafted Joe Flacco. And as soon as that happened, like it was just like that was it. I wasn't even a fan of Joe in college, so that was why it was so weird. Um, and then that was pretty much it. I just kind of it just kind of fell on me. I was like, the Ravens seem like a cool team. I'm gonna follow them, and then they were really good while I followed them. And I was like, yeah, let's go. So it was just a perfect match for me. I can't like I'm not like one of those people who's like it runs in the family, because if it ran in the family I'd be a Cowboys fan. No, I can't do it. I mean I have the Dallas WrestleMania shirt and I want to send it back. Even though I like it a lot. But you know I I just I started being a Ravens fan, and like I just never really ran away from it. I was like, because once I left the Steelers fan base for like the one and like a half year I was there, I was like, I'm not gonna change teams again. Like no matter how bad it gets, I'm not gonna change teams again. Cuba Sixers. And also, that's when I started being a Ravens fan. I was like, no matter what happens, I'm here. I'm right here, baby. Let's go. And then I just like as I started watching football more, I started to enjoy football more, and then I had a team to follow. So there we go.
I like it. I like the story and how you just like the colors and then I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of like a girl. I like those colors. I'm gonna pick that. Yeah, let's see. For me, I think I started liking the Colts probably around the same time you started liking the Patriots. It was around, I think, was it 2005 they won the Super Bowl? I think around that time.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah. So I started liking them, and they were one of the teams that I felt like really cocky and like arrogant. Like some teams are from New England area region spot. But they're one of those teams that's since still been really good. They maybe haven't won the Super Bowl every year, but they're up. They're yeah. Shut up. They're up there. They're always on. So they're always on the radar. You never know. Especially with the best team in the league, the Patriots. I feel like on any day we could beat them. We could. We got their number. Andrew, he still get nervous sometimes, and he's young. He's a young buck. We gotta, you gotta let him. He's no Peyton Manning. But he's still good. He's still good.
Y'all need to try to not lose so bad to the Jaguars this year, though. Like,
bro, that didn't even happen. That even we was like
it was like 45-8 or something. Like I remember it vividly.
Yeah, but we was like bad, and we was like, let's give him a win, and so we gave him a win, and they felt good about themselves for a while.
Yeah, and then y'all like gave like the rest of the league wins for the rest of the
season. Listen, we care about giving. It's like John Cena and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. We was granting wishes all season.
But what about that fake punt though? Like I'm just wondering. Like it don't even look like y'all was trying for a little bit there. Like it looked like y'all was giving wishes. Q Griff Whalen at quarterback.
Why you gotta go there? Why you gotta do that? Listen.
Like we had the worst season, but I think y'all had the worst moments. Like we at least had that blocked field goal return for a touchdown.
yeah, but we in 2016 now. We're not the team we used to be. That we why you got anyway. Yeah, like I said, that was our top 6 favorite teams and reasons why our favorite teams are our favorite teams. And sometimes your teams don't have beautiful moments and pretty plays. but you know you gotta be loyal. You know, like Sixers fans are. You gotta be loyal, and you know someday they, you know, Jacksonville someday it's gonna happen for you.
Next year, we're gonna be right there. I'm telling you. Next year, the Sixers, right there on the bubble, fellas. I'm telling you, no more number one picks. No more.
Sixers and Jacksonville, they gonna be the top, the top of the food chain, and not there's a lot of better teams that are better than the Sixers. I'm just saying, a lot. But like basically the whole league is better.
Better than last year's team. That's the thing. Like better this year. It's a new year. It's a new year. That's yes, it is.
It is a new year. Yes, it is. All right. Like we always tell you to follow the podcast on the Twitter and like the video and subscribe so you can see more videos. Subscribe. I mean, then you could still come to the channel, but it's easier for you to subscribe because then it comes up in your feed. You don't have to go searching for it. But I mean, if you want to do that,
then you won't never be hungry.
Yeah. What?
Because you're coming up in your feed.
We don't see you on the flippity video. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.